Welcome to Pin the News. This week, follow along as we talk about the Pinterest follower algorithm shift, Pinterest in pop culture as part of an Applebee's commercial, discuss an interview with a top 10 power pinner, and discuss, is Pinterest too sticky for its own good? That and more today on Pin the News. Hello, I'm Lauren Orsini. I write about Pinterest for the Daily Dot.
Hi, I'm Josh Davis. I write about Pinterest and other social media communication news at llsocial.com. There was a support article or a support post written by Enid Huang, H-W-A-N-G, on the Pinterest support site, and she talked about how people are probably going to see unusual changes in follower numbers. And to quote her, she said, "If you saw a decrease in your followers, we know this is probably really disappointing news. We want to make sure you know the changes in your followers isn't a reflection of your Pinterest activity or pinning quality in any way, and it is strictly a fix for long-term problems we've been eager to solve." So I got quite a bit of reaction from this. I didn't get a lot of comments on the post where I talked about it, but there was a lot of people who kind of indicated that they had a follower drop, but it might not have been universal.
Yes, over at the Daily Dot and at my personal Pinterest, we both noticed a rise in Pinterest followers, and I know exactly why this happened.
Because you're popular?
No, because overall I'm not popular, but I happen to have a board, which is a shared board with the Daily Dot, called Celebrities on Pinterest. Actually, if you Google celebrities on Pinterest, my board's the first thing that comes up.
Wow.
So, needless to say, it's got a lot of followers. But people are following that board, and they're not necessarily following me or the Daily Dot. But now, with the algorithm change, those are counted in our complete list of followers.
So people are following this account versus following your general account, and those numbers are showing up in your follower numbers now?
Yeah, those followers are all showing up in our total user number.
That's kind of cool. So, according to the Pinterest post on this, the previously miscounted followers were due to system slowness, not properly moving followers who unfollowed certain boards. So, like the idea you follow all and then you unfollow certain boards, or I tweet too much or I pin too many about a certain subject, so people eliminate that board. And the final thing they said was spammers, and you indicated that you thought that might have been the biggest area that there was drops in follower numbers from?
Mm-hmm. To quote Enid, she said, "As you've probably noticed, our growth has also attracted attention from spammers." Understatement of the year.
We know a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm. So any decrease in followers is partly tied to fake accounts we've been removing.
Two things that she also put in her post, Enid did, was that this backend system, summarizing, will allow Pinterest to soon show followers and following in reverse chronological order, which I think it's sort of doing now, because for a long time it was hard to see who had followed you recently because it almost seemed random. Did you see that?
Yeah, if you look at your whole list of followers, it doesn't really seem to be in order, and that's great that that's a feature that they're now going to be able to offer thanks to this shift.
And the other change was, and this once again goes back to that issue of private boards, that the new system will allow in the future for a blocking feature that allow you to block people at the board level, which seemed a little strange to me because you can't even block people now at the user level, can you?
No, you can't. You can't block other users. You can report users, but
Right.
you can't block them.
So if they did that, and they're talking about blocking on particular boards, that seems like the type of technology that would allow for private boards, because if you can block people from boards, maybe you could everyone could automatically be blocked and you could allow people for boards.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like this is just the first of a lot of big changes for Pinterest.
Absolutely.
It's just moving the way.